Hello guys, welcome to Gradeup. Guys, my name is Ashish Tiwari and today we are going to cover fourth part of DILR section of CAT 2019 slot 2. So CAT 2019 slot 2, we are going to cover fourth part, right? So basically we are going to discuss the last two sets. Okay. And again guys, before starting the session, guys, just see our schedule. So this is our schedule. Firstly, the first table is the CAT and other MBA exam YouTube schedule, and with YouTube these classes are also broadcasted on our app. So today is Tuesday. You have one class of DILR at 2 p.m. and then another class of DILR at 9 p.m. Now plus you have one more class at 5 p.m. and that will be broadcasted only on our app. So if you do not have our app, please download that. Okay, so if we talk about this class in a sense that as to what we are going to cover or about these two sets. So guys, today the sets that we are going to cover, these are, I'll say, easy to moderate, right? You can say easy to moderate, not much difficult. In fact, you'll see some of these are quite easy. So in a sense, if we talk about it, I believe we should have attempted both of these sets in the exam. So good afternoon, Abhishek. Good afternoon, Manudeep. Hello, Soham. So let's start the class and good afternoon, Vaishnavi. Guys, this is the first set. Please read the information carefully. Good afternoon, Durga. Good afternoon, Aparna. Please read it. So what information is given here, right, in this DI set, right? See, they're saying to compare the rainfall data, right? IMD calculated the long period average, right? So they'll define long period average as and when required. Although this thing is required in the last question only, that is in question number 28. Of rainfall during the period June to August, right? So that is June, July and August for each of the 16 states. Okay. So hello Naman, hello Sameer. Now the figure given below shows the actual rainfall that is measured in mm during June and August 2019. So this data is for 2019, the actual rainfall, right? That is given in x-axis, right? For example, for Manipur, the actual rainfall in 2019, that is from June to August, it was 400, right? For Delhi, it was 300. For Jharkhand, it was 400. For West Bengal, it was 600, and so on. Okay. Plus, they are also giving us something that is percentage deviation from LPA. LPA is long period average. So, percentage deviation from LPA of respective states in 2018. So, percentage deviation is also given regarding this value. For example, see, if we talk about Manipur, the point is here and corresponding deviation is minus 60. So this is percentage deviation. It means, guys, from LPA of 2018, right? From LPA of 2018, right? The actual rainfall, we are talking about actual rainfall in 2019, actual rainfall in 2019, it is 60% less. It has deviated by 60%. And since it is a minus sign, so it is 60% less. So in a sense, if we are talking about ratios, so if LPA in 2018 was 100, then actual rainfall in 2019 will be 60% less. So 100 minus 60, or you can say 40. So the ratio here is simply 5:2. Okay. But the actual rainfall in 2019, right, for Manipur, this is given as 400. So if two parts are equal to 400, we can simply say one part is equal to 200. So LPA in 2018 becomes 1000, isn't it? LPA in 2018 become 1000. Yes, Adi, we had to solve this set, right? This was quite easy, right? Even again, I had also solved it, obviously. This is an easy set. I hope this data is clear. Okay. Done. So, guys, let's start with the questions and all. So, please have a look at first question. Question number 25. We are done with question number 1 to 24. Yes, Naman. Today we are covering CAT 2019 slot 2. That is afternoon slot, right? DILR. And this is our fourth part. By the way, guys, if you think that these classes are helpful to you, or these classes can be helpful to some of your friends and all, please share the class or please share this session. Great. Okay, Naman. I hope all of you are solving. Hello, Akib. Yes, guys. Should we solve? Let's see. If a heavy monsoon state is defined as a state with actual rainfall from June to August 2019 of 900 mm or more. So 900 mm or more, right? These are heavy monsoon states. Okay. then approximately what percentage of heavy monsoon states have a negative deviation? So first of all, if we talk about heavy monsoon states, so where the actual rainfall is 900 mm or more. So if we talk about that, can I say the first one we can see Maharashtra, we have Sikkim, we have Mizoram, we have Goa, right? We have Arunachal, we have Kerala, we have Meghalaya. So a total of 7 states, right? Heavy monsoon state, how many states are there? 7 states, right? Okay. Out of which, how many of them have negative deviation? Negative deviation means those states that are lying below this line, isn't it? Those states that are lying below this line. How many states? 1, 2, 3, isn't it? That's it. So 3 states out of 7, just convert it into percentage form. So 3 by 7, you can directly write it is 42.86%, isn't it? 3 by 7. 3 states have negative deviation out of 7 states. That's it. So easy. I hope it is clear. Okay. Should we move forward? Should we move forward? Okay. So question number 26. If a low monsoon state is defined as the state with actual rainfall from June to August 2019 of 750 mm or less, then what is the median deviation from LPA as defined in the y-axis of figure? You know, median is what? When all the values are arranged in ascending order, then the middlemost value. Okay. If the number of observations is odd, isn't it? Median is when all the values are arranged in ascending order or maybe in descending order. We are just looking at middlemost value. So first of all, can I say low monsoon states are which where the actual rainfall from June to August 2019 is 750 mm or less. So 750 mm or less, right? So that is to the left side of this line, isn't it? Of all those points that lie to the left side of this line, right? And if we are talking about median values, so what I will do, I'll just start writing values in increasing order. So can I say lowest deviation or the deviation? Can I say here it is minus 60? For Manipur, it is minus 60. Done. I'll write it here. For Manipur, it is minus 60. Then for Delhi, it is minus 40. Right. Then for Jharkhand, it is minus 35. Midpoint of minus 30 and minus 40. Right. For West Bengal, it is minus 30. Then for Assam, it is minus 10. Then for MP, we have plus 10. Right. All of these values are in percentage. Right. Deviation is in percentage. For Rajasthan, it is plus 15%. Right. For Karnataka, it is how much? Plus 20%. And for Gujarat, it is plus 25%. So overall, how many values are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 values. So median is the middlemost value. So can I say this is median minus 10%? Let's mark option number C. That's it. So easy question, right? So this was a sitter set. So instead of solving those complicated sets that we were doing right in the previous classes, this was super easy, isn't it? Just see question number 1 and question number 2. Yes, Adi, of course you can. Done. So see, Manudeep, what they were saying, low monsoon states are those states where the rainfall, actual rainfall is 750 mm or less, right? So basically what I did, this is 800, this is 600. So something below, right? Slightly lower than 800. So what I draw an hypothetical line which is at 750 mm level. Okay. Now all the states are that lie to the left side of this line are considered low monsoon state. Now what we had to do, what is the median deviation from LPA? Now median deviation from LPA is given in y-axis. Now, so what we did, we wrote all of these values in increasing order or in ascending order. Okay. And median is the middlemost value. Since there are 9 values, which is an odd number, so just simply write middlemost value. So we are arranging, we are talking about only low monsoon states, not all states, only low monsoon states, right? We are asking for low monsoon states only. That means where actual rainfall is less than or equal to 750 mm. Then, yes, Naman, tell me. Okay, question number 27. What is the average rainfall of all the states that have actual rainfall of 600 mm or less in 2019 and have a negative deviation from LPA? So, now see, for that, we will have to devote some time, right? In DI set, we'll have to devote something like 1 or 2 minutes. In LR set, maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes. Only then we can, or we'll have to read the directions and all. So how to, or basically how not to get stuck in the wrong set so that you do not even get to, you do not even get the time to see these questions and all, right? So what approach you should follow? In any exam, right? Let's say in any DI set, after spending 1 or 2 minutes, if you are not able to, let's say, understand the set, then leave that set. Or in an any reasoning set, after spending 4 or 5 minutes, if you are not closer to the solution, right, then leave that set. Mark for review and leave. Okay. So that if you follow that approach, then you will not get stuck in any difficult set. There are some of the sets which are quite difficult. So you will not get stuck anywhere. Then you will have the time to read all 8 sets, and then yes, you will encounter these type of sets which are super easy. So that's the process that we should follow. Anyway, if we talk about question number 27, what is the average rainfall of all states that have actual rainfall of 600 mm or less in 2019 and have a negative deviation from LPA? Negative deviation, so below this line, right? And can I say something like this? We are looking at this, or basically this portion. That's it. So how many states are there? Assam, value is 600. West Bengal, values again 600. Right. Jharkhand, 400. Negative deviation, okay. And rainfall must be 600 mm or less. Delhi, 300. Manipur, 400, isn't it? Aruna, I'll suggest that please check your answer again. Please check your calculations. So if I add all of these values, we just need to find out their average. So add all of these values, we are getting 2300 and there are 5 values. So average will become 2300 divided by 5. What value are we getting? 460. Option number C. Isn't it? That's it. Manudip, how Delhi is minus 40? See, Delhi is lying here, right? And corresponding to Delhi, the deviation is minus 40. Should I zoom in? I can. See, Manudip, I hope it is clear. You can see that how the deviation in Delhi is minus 40. Okay. Done. Anyway, guys, so let's move forward. Let's see the next question, the last question. Question number 28. Now here they are defining LPA. We had this term LPA from the start, but now they are defining what is LPA. So LPA of a state for a year is defined as the rainfall in preceding 10 year. In fact, it is the preceding 9 year and that year itself. For example, LPA in 2018 is the average rainfall during this period, 2009 to 2018. And LPA in 2019 is the average rainfall from 2010 to 2019. Now they are defining LPA, okay. And here these values are actual rainfall, okay, in axis. In x-axis they are giving us actual rainfall. Anyway, please tell me what is the answer. I'll wait for your answer, okay. Now guys, see what we can do here. Okay, I need some space. Notice one thing. Can I say deviation from LPA, that is LPA of 2018, for Gujarat, it is given as 25%, isn't it? So can I say, guys, in simple terms, LPA in 2018, from this value, the rainfall or actual rainfall in 2019, actual rainfall in 2019 is 25% more than the LPA in 2018. Means, can I say ratio must be 100 is to 125, isn't it? Can I say the ratio is 4 is to 5? And actual rainfall is given as 600. So 5 parts are 600. Means 1 part is 120, 4 part will become 480. So LPA in 2018 was 480. This 480 is the average rainfall from 2009 to 2018. 480 is the average rainfall, right? It is average rainfall. Done. Now the other thing that I'd like to explain here is the actual rainfall in Gujarat in 2019 is 20% more than the rainfall in 2009. Means the next thing, the actual rainfall. Now here we are talking only about rainfall, okay, not LPA. In 2009, from 2009 to 2019, okay, rainfall, it is 20% more, right? In 2019, it is 20% more. So can I say ratio is 100 is to 120, isn't it? Or you can even say 5 is to 6. If 6 parts are 600, so 5 parts are 500, isn't it? Done. Now, they're asking LPA of Gujarat, right, in 2019. LP of Gujarat in 2019 is closest to what? Okay. By the way, if you remember these things, right, rainfall in 2009 was this much. If I try to solve this thing, so can I say average? LPA means average, right? So average rainfall from 2009 to 2018, that is LP of 2018, we just calculated it, we found it to be 480, right? So can I say the average rainfall from 2010 to 2019, right? That means LP of 2019. Can I say this will be what? Notice one thing. The original average was 480. From this, we will decrease the value of 2009. We'll remove 2009 and we will include, right, 2019. So basically, we are removing this, which is from 2009, and we are including this, which is 2019, isn't it? By the way, this is average. So we'll divide these things by 10. This is average of 10 years, right? So we'll divide these things by 10. So ultimately, you can say 480 plus 100 by 10. That is simply 10. So average changes by 10. It becomes 490. And yes, it is LPA in year 2019. I hope it is clear. Basically, we are excluding 500, we are including 600. An increase of 100 will get distributed in 10 years equally. So LPA is increasing by 10. So LPA in 2018, it was 480, we calculated it. Okay. So LPA in 2019 will become 480 plus 10. That is 490, isn't it? That's our answer. Is it clear? Okay, Naman. Yes, guys, please tell me, is it clear? Okay, Abhishek. Done. So we'll exclude the value of 2009 and we'll exclude the value of 2009 and we will include the value of 2019. Okay, simple one. Anyway. So guys, this was our first set of this class and I believe it was super easy. A super easy set. Okay. Naman, subscribe our channel, press the bell icon. I believe that is the best way. Right. Plus at the starting of the class, we had shared the schedule. Okay. And there are certain classes that are only on app. We do not publish those classes on YouTube. So it will be beneficial if you download our app from Google Play Store or right App Store. Next one. Guys, please read it. Have a look. Please read it. Take your time. Do not write anything at all. Just read all the conditions. Okay. Proposals are two, A and B, and they are about what we do not need to care. Okay. Now they are also saying a student does not necessarily support either of the two proposals. Please read it. Okay, I won't disturb you for 1 minute. I hope all of you guys have read it. Okay, now let's discuss it. So see, guys, the student are discussing two proposals A and B, right? A student does not necessarily support either of the two proposals. So there are some students who are supporting neither A nor B, quite possible. Now in an upcoming election, there are two candidates, right? Sunita and Ragini, but they are saying every student prefers one of the two candidate. Every student prefers one of the two candidates, isn't it? So keep in mind this thing. So out of all the person that were surveyed or out of all 500, right, every student prefer exactly one of these two, that is, okay, Sunita and Rakin. Now they are giving us certain information. By the way, notice one thing. So basically regarding A and B, there can be some people who are supporting neither A nor B. And there can be some people who are supporting both A and B. So ideally we should form a Venn diagram, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to form two or set of Venn diagrams. One is for the supporter of Sunita. The other one is for the supporters of Ragini. Okay. First one for the supporters of Sunita. Second is for the supporters of Rakini. Right. And what kind of Venn diagram we are going to form? Those people who are supporting A, those people who are supporting B. Right. Now obviously there can be some person who are supporting neither A nor B. And here we will write total, means total number of persons supporting Sunita. Here we will write total number of persons supporting Ragini, right? And those supporting A out of those who are supporting Ragini, we are talking about student who are supporting A and the student who are supporting B. And the student who are supporting neither A nor B. Guys, tell me up to this point, is everything clear? Up to this point, is everything clear? Yes. Okay, Khushbu. Yes, other student, please tell me. Okay, done. So notice point number 2. They are saying among 200 students who preferred Sunita. So there are 200 students who prefer Sunita. Survey was conducted among 500 students, right? So it means rest 300 students prefer Ragini. Rest 300 students prefer Ragini, isn't it? Okay. Now, by the way, point number 2, among 200 students who preferred Sunita as union president, 80% supported proposal A. So, 80% of 200 is 160, right? You know, 80% of 200 is 18 to 2, 160. So, out of these 200, 160 supported proposal A. So, I'll write it 160 here. Means sum of these two values, this and this. Sum of these two values is 160. By the way, notice one thing. Point number 1, 250 students supported proposal A, right? So I would like to highlight this thing in a blank slide. Okay. So out of all the 250 person who are supporting proposal A, some of them prefer Sunita. How many of them? We just calculated 160. And rest of them prefer Ragini. How many of them? 250 minus 160. In other words, 90. So out of 250 students who support or who supported A, 160 prefer Sunita, rest 90 prefer Ragini, isn't it? So what we are going to do, let's go back and can I put 90 here? Isn't it? Done. Now, guys, point and 250 students supported proposal B, out of which how many of them prefer Sunita, how many of them prefer Ragini, we do not know. So we cannot comment on that, right? But notice one thing. Among those who preferred Ragini, that is 300, 30% supported A. So 30% of 300, we already know 30% of 300 is 90, right? We have already found that thing out, right? So nothing new information from point number 3. We are done with it. Point number 4, 20% of those who supported proposal B preferred Sunita. So can I say, we know out of, can I say there are 250% who supported B. Now how many of them like Sunita and how many of them like Ragini? They are saying 20%. 20% of 250 is 50. So how many of them like Ragini? 80% or 200, isn't it? Who are supporting B, right? Hello, Eva. I hope it is clear. So what we are going to do, can I put 20% or 50 here and can I put 200 here, isn't it? Now, guys, have a look at point number 5. They are saying 40% of those who did not support B preferred Ragini. Now, those who did not preferred B. Okay, we'll come back to this point after some time. Okay, so we'll come back to point number 5. Point number 6. Every student who preferred Sunita supported proposal B and supported proposal B also supported proposal A. From this point, we can say one thing, right? We can say one thing. Vishal, it might, right? Again, they also ask Venn diagram based caselet, right? So, point number 6. Every student who preferred Sunita and supported proposal B also supported proposal A. It means, can I put 0 here from point number 6? Means out of all the students who like Sunita and support B, right? They also prefer A. It means out of these 50%, they also prefer A. It means they supported both of these in a sense. Okay. It means only A must be 110. 160 minus 50. It must be 110. Isn't it? After all, sum of these two must be 160. Isn't it? Agini. Remaining 60% preferred Sunita or 150 preferred Sunita. Right. What happened? Is everything working fine? Guys, is everything working fine? See, what I was doing, out of those who did not support B, the number was 500 minus 250, that is 250, right? Some of them like Sunita, some of them like Ragini. Okay. Now guys, how many of them like Ragini? It is 40%, that is 100. How many of them like Sunita? 60% or 150, right? Those who did not support. Okay, so yes, Avinash, I have repeated this point. Okay. Those who did not support B. We know out of 500, 250 support B. So how many of them do not support B? 500 minus 250. That is 250. Out of this, 40% prefer Ragini. So remaining 60% prefer Sunita. Okay. Now, guys, I hope this point is clear. Let's go back. So it means what? Can I say sum of this? This is 60 and this value only A. The sum of these two values must be how much? Sum of these two values must be how much? 100. Okay. So if this is 60, this one must be 40. Okay. Or what you can do, this one must be 40. This is one logic. Or what you can do, guys, notice one thing. Another way, you could have ignored this point. You could have ignored point number 5, or what you could have found. See, notice one thing. Can I say for Ragini, A union B is nothing but for Ragini, okay? It is 300 minus 60, right? If I assume this to be X, you also know A union B is NA plus NB minus NA intersection B. That is equal to 240, 300 minus 60, right? From this you can see X is equal to 50. So you could have calculated it just by applying union formula. Okay. So you could have ignored point number 5. So in a sense, this will be 50, then this will be 40, this will be 150, isn't it? And here, can I say A union B is 160, overall 200, so none must be 40. So my point is, you can ignore point number 5. And of course, you can ignore point number 3 as well, because that is not helping us, okay? You can ignore point number 5, you can ignore point number 3. right? So regarding none, right, the seventh point. Among those who preferred Ragini, that is 300, right? 20% of them did not support any of these. So none is 20% of 300, right? 20% of 300. That was equal to 60. So you could have ignored point number 3 and point number 5. Okay. I hope it is clear, guys. Now, let's move forward. The first question. Among the students surveyed who supported proposal A, what percentage preferred Sunita for student union president? Now, I believe we had calculated that, right? 160 is what? Can I say out of A, total number of person 250. How many of them preferred Sunita? Can I say it is 160, right? So in a sense, we just need to calculate this thing. 160 is what percentage of 250, isn't it? So our answer here is 64%. Done. Out of those who supported A, we know 250% supported A. Next one. Question number 30. What percentage of the students surveyed who did not support A preferred Ragini at student union president? Who did not support A, right? What I'll do is I'll just simply form the Venn diagrams. I will simply form the two Venn diagrams, then we will solve it. One was for Sunita, other one was for Ragini, right? So that we do not need to go back. The total here was 200, total here was 300, right? Regarding A and B, if I remember correctly, this was 160, isn't it? This was 110, 50, 0. This was also 50. None was 40. Okay. For Ragini, can I say A and B? This was 90. This was 200. Values were 40, 50, 150. None was 60, isn't it? Okay, so I have just formed the Venn diagram again. Now they are saying, what percentage of the students surveyed who did not support proposal A? We know how many of them did not support proposal A. Out of 500, 250 supported proposal A. So how many of them did not support proposal A? 250. But they are saying out of this, how many of them preferred Ragini as student union president? So how many of them preferred Ragini? So can I say 150, that is this value? These person are not supporting A. They did not support A. And 60. So out of 250, basically 150 plus 60, isn't it? Sum of these two values. So 210 is what percentage of 250? That's it, guys. You can cancel it out 4. Our answer here is 84%. Is it clear? Guys, please tell me, is it clear? Because Avinasi, these 60%, they did not support A. We are talking about those who did not support A. So they also, right, they did not support A. That's why we are adding them. Right. You see, Abhishek, regarding Ragini, overall 250 students did not support A, out of which how many of them preferred Ragini? How many of them preferred Ragini? So what we are doing, 150, these person did not support A, they supported only B, and these 60% did not support A. Okay, so 150 plus 60. Done. So again, this set was easy. Next one. What percentage of the students surveyed who supported both A and B preferred Sunita? So can I say regarding Sunita, the first one is, let's say, for Sunita. The second one is, again, is, let's say, for Ragini. I believe the values here were, this was 50. Now I'll just write the relevant information, nothing this, right? So those who supported both, it is 50 plus 50, 100. Out of these, how many preferred Sunita? So can I say 50? So 50 out of 100 preferred Sunita. So in percentage terms, it is again 50. That's it. Those who supported both, right? Next one. How many of the students surveyed supported B, did not support A, and preferred Ragini as student union president? Can I say 150? How? Regarding this graph of, or this Venn diagram of Ragini, remember, right? We know total was 300, although A, B. This was 40, this was 50, this was 150. So they are saying those who supported B did not support A and preferred Ragini. So basically, here guys, our answer is simple. This value 150. That's our answer. Option number A. I hope it is clear, guys. Okay. Done. So guys, we have launched another batch for CAT, that is score 99 plus, a comprehensive course for CAT 2020, and it's a weekend batch. So here you'll be provided with 150 plus live classes with interactive quizzes, 45 plus mock tests for CAT, ZAT, SNAP, IFT, right? All of those things. Topic quizzes and PDFs for revision, 8,000 plus practice question, right? Plus, right, preparation for GD, VAT, PI, right? So once you are done with your written exam, right, we'll also prepare you for GD, VAT and PI. That is your second stage of your selection basically. So to start the free trial, click in the link given in the description. Or for any purchase related query, you can contact on this number. Okay guys. So guys, if you learned something new, or right, I was able to clear your doubts and you were able to or understand as to whatever I taught you, right, both of these sets, so do not forget to like this session and please share it among your friends. Okay, so this is our faculty team. So almost all of us have scored 99.9 plus percentile in our respective section, or overall 99.9. So Avinash, for the batches, right, the starting few classes are free, right? But then it is a paid batch, although this series, right, this series is a free series. Here we are, right? So we'll keep having this series. Okay guys, so see you in the next class. Let's wrap this session up. Have a great day guys. Bye bye.